sequence start. 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hi, I'm Kevin Folk. I'm a sales manager with LG Chem Power, based here in Troy, Michigan. I'm here today to tell you about our energy storage systems. These are meant to be used in consumer homes, and you can see them just behind me here. That's an example of a residential energy storage unit that provides 4 kilowatts of power and 10 kilowatt hours of energy. And the system is intended to be a complete energy management system that allows you to control your smart appliances, provide backup power, use solar power. So if you have a rooftop PV system, you can plug it in and run your house as well. And really, the intention is to help consumers have increased energy efficiency and to reduce their energy costs. And it helps the utility because the utility can benefit from more level loads over the course of the day. And these systems use cells that are currently made and used in vehicle applications, such as the Chevrolet Volt. So the same cells that are in these systems are used in electric vehicles, and the idea is to leverage what has been developed for the automotive industry and use it for stationary power applications.
Hi, my name is Joe Tokaz. I work on a powertrain system for the Volt and other GM products. I'm here at the SAE Auto Show. I'm sorry, at the SAE convention, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the Volt, as you can see right behind me. There's a couple of modes that you're probably interested in. One is what we've been calling charge depletion. In that mode, you hook up to the battery. After hooking up to the battery using the charging system right here, that you can drive somewhere in the area of 25 to 50 miles, all electric, and then the gasoline engine will turn on. And a key point is when the gasoline engine turns on, you're still driving off the battery and the motors. The engine is like a portable generator on the car that's charging the battery for you. Once you're in what we call charge sustaining mode, when the engine turns on, there's still a fair degree of electrical operation in the vehicle. You can launch the vehicle electrically, but if you do a wide open throttle, the engine's going to turn on to assist driving the vehicle. One other mode I'd like to talk about is mountain mode, and even before you run out of what we call state of charge, you can press a button on the dash to go into mountain mode, and what that does is preserve the state of charge to allow you to climb up a grade if you're climbing up a mountain, one of the Rocky Mountains or something like that. So that's pretty much the summary of the different drive modes of the Volt.
Hello, my name is Scudery. I'm president of the Scudery Group. We're a research and development company located in the United States in the state of Massachusetts. We have developed a new internal combustion engine. We call it a split cycle engine because what we've done is we've taken the normal 4 strokes of a typical internal combustion engine and separated them into paired cylinders, where one cylinder does intake and compression and the other cylinder does power and exhaust. Now, one of the common misconceptions is that we carry an extra cylinder. We actually don't. Because of our combustion process and we fire every revolution, we end up with the same number of cylinders as a normal engine. Some of the advantages that we have found about our system is that it has a higher torque than a conventional engine. In fact, our torque on our gasoline engine is very flat, like a diesel engine. We have lower emissions because of our combustion process, and our efficiency, especially on part load, is exceeding the conventional engines of today. Now, when you look at our technology, it's really broken down into 3 main parts. Our base split cycle engine, where we separated intake and compression from power and exhaust. And then from there, we go to what we call our air hybrid. And the air hybrid is where we simply add an air storage tank to our crossover passage. And that air storage tank gives us the ability to capture energy and reuse it just like the electric hybrids, except we store the energy in the form of compressed air rather than electricity. That enhances the performance of the engine. It also allows us to keep the engine always running at a high efficiency mode so that over any basic driving cycle you will get the optimum performance in terms of lowering the fuel consumption and lowering the CO2 emissions. The third part of our technology is what we're referring to as the Scudery Miller cycle. And what we have found is that because we've separated the positive work from the negative work, or compression from combustion, we're actually able to reduce the amount of compression work that has to come off the crankshaft of the engine. And we do it by simply turbocharging the engine and utilizing some of the exhaust gas energy to downsize the compression cylinder. What that does for us is it allows our engine to reduce in size, and while it's reducing in size, the power of the engine increases dramatically, and at the same time, the rate of fuel consumption drops. When you combine all three of those pieces of our technology into one system, you end up with an engine now that gives you the best performance of any technology that's out there. You have the lowest fuel consumption, you have the lowest CO2 emissions, and you have the best power density where you can produce the most horsepower in the smallest package. You can find more information on the Scudery Group at scuderyengine.com. And that will also lead you to our blog, which is the Air Hybrid blog.
I'm the Communications and Logistics Coordinator for Argonne National Laboratory based in Chicago, Illinois. And behind me what we have is I work on a program called Ecocar2, Plugging into the Future. It is a 3-year student hybrid automotive competition that challenges 16 universities in North America to re-engineer and redesign a Chevrolet Malibu, like behind me, to become more fuel efficient. So increasing gas mileage, decreasing emissions, while maintaining these consumer acceptability that goes along with the program. Over the 3 years, students have to take a stock vehicle and pretty much design it through CAD, MATLAB, Simulink, take all of what they've learned and actually implement it into a vehicle and make it run. And so we have 16 universities. We actually announced at SAE Congress. And over the 3 years, it starts in the fall, and they'll actually take the vehicle behind me and make it into some sort of alternative vehicle, whether that is a extended range electric vehicle, a fuel cell, full electric, or a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. For more information, you can actually visit www.ecocar2.org or by visiting some of our other websites from headline sponsors, including General Motors and the U.S. Department of Energy.